Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Saul from Blade, and I'm here with a segment about the liar in chief. Joe Biden, one of the most dishonest men to ever grace the halls of Congress and to serve as an illegitimate president. So, what has Joe Biden lied about recently? Well, what hasn't he lied about? But what we're going to cover here is Joe Biden's pledge. Yes, Joe Biden has made an incredible pledge. 100 million vaccines in 100 days. That's right, 1 million vaccines a day. Incredible, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Let's listen to what CNN has to say about it.
Echoing that point.
The rollout has been a dismal failure thus far.
But Dr. Anthony Fauci pushed back on the idea that the Biden team was left with nothing.
We certainly are not starting from scratch because there is activity going on in the distribution.
Fauci did acknowledge a ramp up as Biden.
So, to clarify the ramp up of distribution of the vaccine that CNN would rather you not know is that Donald Trump had already ramped up to delivering 1 million vaccines per day by the end of his administration. So, Sleepy Joe, Sniffy Joe, Illegitimate Joe has promised to all of us Americans that he's going to continue to deliver the 1 million vaccines a day that Trump was already fucking delivering. Wow! Amazing! Woo! Giant golf clap! This guy's a hero! Let's hear what else CNN says about him.
Pledged an all-of-government approach.
We'll move heaven and earth to get more people vaccinated for free and create more places for them to get vaccinated.
Even as he bristled at a question of whether the administration's goal of 100 million shots in 100 days was less than ambitious.
When I announced it, you all said it's not possible. Come on, give me a break, man.
So I like how they avoid what the question actually was, that Trump was already delivering 1 million a day. Shouldn't you be, setting a higher bar than what Trump was already doing? But, the news, they need to run cover for Sleepy, Creepy Joe, the illegitimate Biden. What else has he lied about? Well, we know that he's lied about fracking. He's already started to go after fracking in Pennsylvania and other places. Texas, Ohio, etc., where fracking is done. Biden is already on the warpath after it. So that was a big lie. How about another lie that he made? The Hyde Amendment. Some of you may not know what the Hyde Amendment is, so I'll forgive you if you don't know what that is. But it basically is an amendment which denies public funding of abortion to women who can't afford them. Will you commit to abolishing the Hyde Amendment, which hurts poor women and women of color, she asked. Biden says yes. Unequivocally yes, while he was campaigning. To be honest, watching the clip at that time made me wonder if Biden really even knew what he was saying. He had what appeared to be a quizzical and unfocused expression on his face, suggesting he was not clear what the volunteer was asking. Biden's first response was to tell the woman about the near-perfect voting record, according to the ACLU, but the volunteer did not let him get away with that. When she persisted, saying to him, I heard you did have a good record, but I'm so glad you said you would commit to abolishing the Hyde Amendment. No, no, he replied. It has to be. It can't stay. Apparently, Biden either did not understand the question, did not remember what the Hyde Amendment is, or did not know his own campaign position. Today's NBC Heidi, whatever her name is, writes, the Biden campaign confirmed to NBC News that Biden still supports the Hyde Amendment, a 4-decade-old ban on using federal funds for abortion services, except in cases of rape, incest, or to save the life of the woman. However, does Joe Biden really believe in the Hyde Amendment? This is an interesting little piece of print. The Mexico City policy effects of restriction on international family planning. Hearing before the Committee on Foreign Relations of the United States 107th Congress First Session. And the chairman of the Committee on Foreign Relations is Joseph R. Biden. And not to bore you about what's here, but what's here is basically, should it be okay for the federal government to send taxpayers' money to Mexico so that American citizens can get abortions using taxpayers' money outside of the United States to skirt around the rules of the Hyde Amendment? And, Democrats were evidently all for that in 2001, as we are still sending money overseas to fund abortions. But we can't do the abortions inside of the United States, but we can send it overseas. And, well, that's happening today. So, what is it? I'll tell you what it is. Democrats like to lie to us, especially Joe Biden. Problem is that when Joe Biden was in the Senate, I don't want to say that Americans were less informed, because I don't think that's exactly right. I think more Americans were less interested in politics because most Americans back in the 90s, late 80s, early 2000s, they didn't actually feel like the government was constantly trying to pull the wool over their eyes and get away with shady shit. Unlike today, where more and more Americans are paying closer and closer and closer attention to the words our politicians are saying to find out that they're lying to us constantly. And Joe Biden, he's the king of lying constantly. I don't think I've ever seen a politician that has a larger record of lies. We could go through a very lengthy episode on the lies of Joe Biden, where I could sit here for 2 hours showing clips where he's been caught red-handed lying about all kinds of things, from his college record to whether or not he plagiarized a speech, to you name it. It's out there. It's easy to find. I mean, if you were paying attention during the election process, you would have seen a whole hell of a lot of it. Well, I would assume you would have seen a whole hell of a lot of it, unless you were just following mainstream media and you had blinders on with your fingers in your ears saying, no, 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 Joe Biden is the person I'm going to elect because Donald Trump is bad. Orange man bad. Well, congratulations. You put a far worse person in office than Orange Man. Because Orange Man, while he may have had some interpersonal quirky issues, he might not have been quote-unquote presidential, he was at least actually accomplishing shit. And he wasn't constantly lying to us. He actually did the shit he said he was going to do, which is a very rare thing for a president to do. In fact, since Reagan, he's the only president I've ever seen that's actually did the shit he promised to do. No other president since Reagan has even remotely come close to attempting to try to do the shit he promised to do when he was running for election. But you know, you guys wanted to go back to the status quo where the swamp gets to destroy our country. Well, congratulations. Enjoy the constant lying you're going to get from Joe Biden. And enjoy the fact that mainstream media isn't ever going to push him on his lies. That's up to us on the internet. Somebody like me, who's not even a credentialed journal. It's up to me to clue in the people who aren't paying attention. Why? Why is it my job? It's CNN's job. But they're too fucking worried about the bottom dollar. They're too fucking worried about... I don't know. I don't even want to say that they're worried about the bottom dollar. I truly believe that they're controlled by elitists who believe in the politics that they push. It would be, I think, giving CNN far too much credit to say that they push Orange Man bad to make money. A lot of people say that. I don't believe it. Because you can push Orange Man good and make more money. Fox News proved that. Fox News kicked the shit out of CNN in the ratings constantly. So, Orange Man good was fairly profitable. So I truly believe that the people who own these mainstream media sites are just vile individuals. And for the most part, that's actually true. The people that own these mainstream media sites are indeed vile individuals. But anyway, that's all I have for you. I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade. Joe Biden has... I wish he was Pinocchio. His nose would be about, well, 4 football fields at this point, at least. But yeah, you get it. I'm probably beating a dead nose at this point. So I'll just go ahead and call this video and say, hey, if you're liking it, please smash that like button. And until next time, all, peace.